100 boys waiting for lunch, hustling, bustling, itching to munch. I fight to join the writhing queue and get my veg and hot beef stew that slops around my china plate. It's not like stew my mother makes, for every chunk of reeking meat is a horrid thing, a devil's treat. Oozing grey and overcooked cubes with starched white veins like rubber tubes. It doesn't look a bit like grub, and I'm so hungry I could blub. I take my plate, ignore the stench, and sit down on the nearest bench. Of all the chaps I could have picked, I'm sitting next to Larry Crick. Probably the naughtiest boy. He treats his food just like a toy. He's not your clever, cunning sort. He's awfully good at getting caught. His next move is rather drastic. He plucks a vein, just like elastic, and wraps it round his knife and fork, a catapult for firing pork. But all we've got is rancid beef. This doesn't cause Crick any grief. He looks up with a cheeky smile, clears his throat of a little bile, and says, "Hey, Swanee, watch this one!" Then fires his new-made rubber gun. A lump of greasy meat goes zoom, and speeds its way across the room. Right on course for Colonel MacLeod, a man who's upright, very proud. Splat goes the beef upon his head, and gravy it begins to shed. It trickles down upon his specs, and dribbles on his scrawny neck. His face grows red, and redder still, then leaps from his seat, in for the kill. Towards us he strides, snatches Crick, lifts him up, and gives him a kick. "You little twerp, you stupid git! I've never met a bigger twit!" And with that said, he tells us all, "I'm throwing Larry out the hall! This boy has been so downright rude, he's going to go without his food!" MacLeod picks Larry off the floor, and throws him hard, straight out the door. All eyes alert, we watch him pass, and heavily land upon his arse. The door is slammed behind poor Crick. I eat my food up pretty quick, gulping fast, I think I oughter, with helping swigs of tepid water. My plate soon clean, the food all gone, for sweet dessert my stomach longs. I'm back in line to fetch the pud. It's apple tart, I hope it's good. The cook serves up. She's short and squat. What grimy face and hands she's got. She smiles at me, a greasy grin. A hairy mole grows from her chin. She stirs and stirs a thickly gloop, a yellow, vile and sickly soup. Egg custard sauce should flow and run. This folds and sticks like chewing gum. A putrid mix made by that hag. My guts do twist. I start to gag. My stomach plays a nasty trick. I can't hold back. I will be sick. I clench my sides and start to spew. Out comes my lunch, those lumps of stew. Beyond control, I do what I can, but down it falls, splosh in the pan. In the custard, new lumps do float, which rose from deep within my throat. The cook jumps back with sheer surprise, then calms down, a glint in her eyes. And what's this now? Oh, what a sin! She stirs my puke, mixing it in. I struggle back to my sitting place, my head hung low, I'm in disgrace. Now they've dined on beef and mustard, my friends will eat the sick-filled custard.